What's up boys, it's Kyle from The Boys Unknown here. Today I'm giving my in-depth critique of the Halo Infinite gameplay. I'd just like to make it very clear, I'm not just making this video just to hate on the game. This video is not just me bashing the game. I really like what I'm seeing so far. From what other YouTubers are saying, from what the community polls are saying, Halo is back. However, the game is not perfect, and I feel like critiquing the game is the only way it can get better and be perfect at launch. So let's get right into this. Number one, right off the bat, which kind of scares me, is the game doesn't seem like it's going to be totally complete at launch. They've said it themselves.
Folks have asked us, are they in, are they out, what's going on with assassinations? So what's the scoop there?
So they're not in for launch, and I think we're just going to be straight about that, right? Like,
yeah, so, you know, we talk about this a lot. Launch is only the beginning. Jerry alluded to kind of what it means to be a live service and those opportunities that it brings.
Say what?
And the lack of assassinations in the game right now confirms this. They said they'd be adding assassinations post-launch, but it just makes me a little bit worried. What else is going to be missing at launch? I'm really liking the movement mechanics. I think they've tuned sprint just perfectly, but I do have a problem with slide. Right now, the slide is insane. Everyone's doing these like sprints and then slides. And they're just sliding around the map, kind of like how people do in Warzone. I think the slide definitely needs to be toned down a bit. We're only getting a small piece here, so it's hard to critique certain things, but I think we need more equipment that's more team-based. It could be in the full game, I don't know, but just from what I've seen so far, I would like to see the bubble shield and power drain and regen field kind of return from Halo 3. Let's move on to the maps. The maps are kind of generic and boring. The scenery is really cool, especially the one set in New Mombasa, but I can tell a pro team designed them, just like they did with Halo 5. I want more goofy maps again, back like in Halo 1, or some like big open ones like 2 and 3. The maps look cool, but they just don't play that fun. I also think vehicles need to be in base Slayer. Now I know we've only gotten 2 maps, but if every other map is like this, I'm gonna be a little bit disappointed. Vehicles shouldn't be limited to only big team battle. Let's move on to the weapons. Every weapon looks great, but the plasma pistol. The plasma pistol to me looks like shit.
30 seconds.
They use the Halo 5 model and I hate it. Secondly, the heat wave is a bit underpowered right now. I think it needs a bit of a buff, and I think the AR is a bit overpowered. I think overall right now there's not enough variety in the types of weapons. What I mean by this is every weapon seems to be good in every scenario. When you look back, the assault rifle was always like a really close range, not accurate. Each weapon used to have like its own role in the sandbox. In Infinite, it's kind of like, why would I pick up a needler over an assault rifle? Or why would I pick up a pulse carbine over an assault rifle? Why would I pick up the commando over the pistol? I think a lot of the weapon roles seem to kind of overlap. The Halo medals that pop up on screen after things like double kill, triple kill, etc. just simply need to be a bit bigger. Right now, I'm having a little bit of a tough time telling between friends and enemies, but I have a theory behind this. It's because all the bots in this beta are blue. However, they're in a red outline, making it a bit of a mindfuck. I know you can change the outline and everything, but blue for friends, red for enemies, it can sometimes be a little bit difficult, but I think at launch, when everyone's using their own colors, this is going to completely change anyways. I also want to see some more cool AIs. Most of the AIs seem pretty dorky right now. Again, there's only so little we get to see, but I just hope at launch that there's some more cool ones. Unfortunately, this game is definitely going to be rated T. I mean, I saw this coming, but I was really hoping that there would be a little bit more gore. It doesn't have to be over the top, but just make it like Halo 3, because right now there's absolutely no blood or anything. I feel like I'm playing in a cartoon. I'm also not a fan of how it tells you when vehicles, weapons, and other things spawn. This was always one of those skill gap things where if you picked up a weapon at a certain time, and you were a smart player, you knew it would spawn back at a certain time. I would like to see it return to that. And lastly, I'd like to see the maps have a little bit more grit on them, kind of like Halo 3. Right now, it kind of looks a little bit like Halo 5. But with all that being said, that's all I really have as a critique of Halo Infinite's multiplayer demo. What's really good is most of my critiques can be easily fixed by launch, and it's just some minor tweaks they have to make. None of my complaints are about the base mechanics and how this game feels. This game already feels light years better than Halo 5, and it really does feel like a modern classic Halo. I think 343 have knocked this one out of the park, and it's made me even more excited for launch. I truly can't say enough good things about this game, but I hope you enjoyed this critique, and let me know what you think down below. Is Halo back? Are you enjoying Halo Infinite? Did you get to play Halo Infinite? What critiques do you have that I missed? With all that being said, thanks so much for watching. Peace.